So Nathan Cleverly has apparently hired Adam Booth as his new trainer. In my opinion, he definitely needed to get rid of his dad as his trainer, because there was a whole heap of things wrong with Nathan Cleverly's boxing style when he was with his dad. Vince, I believe he's called, Vince Cleverly. So he definitely needed to change trainer. But to be honest with you, and this is no disrespect to Adam Booth, I'm baffled as to why so many fighters want to work with Adam Booth in the UK. They all seem to think that this guy is a miracle maker or something. Adam Booth has one particular style which is well documented. We all know the kind of style that Adam Booth teaches. And it's a style that is fairly rigid. There's not really much leeway in terms of the physical attributes you have to naturally possess in order to make the style work. David Haye, George Groves are both big punchers. Both have quick hands. They're both athletically gifted, naturally explosive. They have those fast twitch muscle fibers in abundance. But not everybody has that. Not everyone has the foot speed of those two guys. The natural athleticism and movement and reflexes. You know, and reflexes is another key element that you need to make the Adam Booth style work for you. So that style is definitely not for everyone. Just as the Customado Mike Tyson, you know, boxing style was not for everyone as well. Although back in the 80s when Tyson came up, and even now actually, this is the incredible legacy that Customado and Mike Tyson have left on the sport of boxing. But even now, I'll go in the gym and I'll see kids, teenagers trying to emulate the Mike Tyson Customado style because they love Tyson as a fighter. And I've seen so many fighters over the years, amateurs, professionals, try and emulate that Customado style because they love Tyson so much and end up getting themselves knocked out, right? The style ain't for everyone. Boxing is about finding a style that works for you. There is no one-size-fits-all boxing style. And many fighters like Customado, many trainers like Customado, like Adam Booth, they only teach the one style. Customado only taught one style of boxing. Adam Booth only teaches one style. There are some trainers who can play around a bit and teach you a different style, teach you different strategies. They're a bit more versatile. One man who was like that was Manny Stewart. And that's why, in my opinion, he was the greatest trainer who ever lived. And certainly in terms of his resume, that backs up that claim, because no other trainer in the history of boxing has trained so many world champions as Manny Stewart. And as far as I'm aware, no other trainer has created as many world champions as Manny Stewart. So anyway, let me stop going off on a tangent about trainers. But back to the main point, the Adam Booth style only works for particular fighters. And I don't see it working for Nathan Cleverly. Now, Nathan Cleverly is pretty athletic, but I think it would be a huge transformation to get Nathan Cleverly to fight like a David Haye or a George Groves. The main problem I see is that, for one, it's going to take an extremely long time to change Cleverly's style, because Cleverly's always had a come forward, in your face type of boxing style, throwing a lot of short punches and combinations and what have you. And his dad is his trainer, so he must have been fighting that way since the amateurs, pretty much. So changing that now is going to be extremely difficult, and it's going to take a very long time. On top of that, to fight the way that David Haye and George Groves do, where especially David Haye doesn't throw that many punches, and David Haye relies on his punching power to keep you honest. His punching power is what prevents you from just throwing caution to the wind and rushing him. But Nathan Cleverly don't have that kind of punch power. And the same goes for George Groves. George Groves has got tremendous punch power, and Groves is a bit more versatile than David Haye. That's one thing I will say. He has more in his arsenal than David Haye has, more versatility. But his punching power still keeps fighters honest. When he's doing his outside, moving around, jabbing and circling the ring business, where he's looking for angles to land his big punches, he keeps you honest by the fact that he can hit very hard. Nathan Cleverly don't have that kind of punching power. So if he's going to be moving around the ring, flicking out a jab and, you know, feinting and throwing power shots, leading with power shots like Haye and Groves do, then I don't see it working for Cleverly. He don't have that kind of punching power. He didn't have it at light heavyweight, and he sure as hell ain't going to have it at cruiserweight. So I don't know, man. I don't see that partnership working for him unless Booth has improved as a trainer to the point where he can teach a different style, where he can take what Cleverly did well and maximize it, build Cleverly a new style based around his natural attributes rather than trying to mold him into the Adam Booth style of boxing. Unless Booth has evolved as himself as a trainer, then I don't see this partnership being very successful. That's just my opinion. That's just the way I see it. I could be wrong. I could be right. We'll have to wait and find out. But let me know how you feel about this Cleverly teaming up with Adam Booth. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's going to work out well? If you do, if you disagree with me, explain why in the comment section. Why do you think it's going to work out? And, you know, dissect what I said. Why do you disagree with it? Cleverly has had several dates to make his cruiserweight debut, which he's pulled out of. The latest one was just recently. But again, he's going through certain things behind the scenes. He's obviously just hooked up with Adam Booth, a new trainer. It could be to do with the fact that he no longer wants to work with his dad. I don't know if that caused any type of, you know, conflict between him and his dad. Those kind of things definitely can, because, you know, and this is why father-son relationships notoriously over the years have normally worked out badly. Very few father-son relationships in boxing have worked out well. Joe Calzaghe and his dad Enzo was one of the few exceptions, but for the most part, the father-son relationships are always, you know, they always get very heated. There's always a lot of emotion involved, and when things go wrong, it can cause a big rift between the father and the son. So I'm not sure if the same thing has happened with Cleverly and his dad. You know, who knows, but people are speculating that Cleverly don't really want to box at cruiserweight. He don't have the confidence. He's not this, that, and the other. I'm not so sure it's that. I think it's probably more to do with the trainer situation going on with his dad behind the scenes, and a lot of stuff that the public just ain't privy to. So, yeah. Let me stop procrastinating. Drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel about all of this. This is Hatman. I'm out.